Rastafari. He's ever living, he's ever faithful, he's ever sure. Welcome to ReggaeTelevisionNetwork.com. We're coming to you live from our studio in Scarborough, Ontario. And if this is Saturday, it's the Sabbath. And I'm about to remind you to read Psalm 119. It's the cleansing psalm. It gives you vigor for the week ahead, and it teaches you how to live. We're very, very happy to have a return guest in our studio this morning. Roger Moore was with us a few weeks ago, and he's back. And we're going to be discussing a few things on his mind, my mind, and all peace-loving and happy minds. So I am really pleased to welcome back Roger Moore to our studio.
Bless up, the sister, bless.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, bless.
Nice to have you. We had a little short time the last time, but we decided we wanted to come back and discuss in-depth stuff, and as well as we're going to have you perform at the end. So this is really kind of nice.
Yeah, man, bless up.
All right. To facilitate this discussion, I thought one of the things that we would do is I would, read a few things that His Majesty says, and we'll discuss that. So I'm going to begin with education. And he says, "We are determined to be masters of our faith, owners of our wealth, and capable of removing the adjective dark from the name of our continent. Education, that of the nation and of the individual, is the bastion of this goal." Now, in light of that crazy, crazy, crazy robbery that we saw a few weeks ago, I know, these two young black men on our screen jumping over bank counter, shooting people, right? And of course they were caught a few days later, so what a waste of effort and time. What I'm asking is, why hasn't education as a nation building gotten through to our young people? And have we as a people done enough to erase dark from our continent?
You know what happened, my sister? Most young people today, it seems that they don't know that they're going to get old one day.
Wow.
So they tend to feel like they're young right now, so they're not going to need this education. But after reach to be an adult and grow up and become a man and woman, that's where you see where you're going to need education, because that's what you're going to need now to grow your family, to get a good job, to do all of these things. So without we guide the younger generation the right and proper way, then we're not going to get nothing out of them.
Wow.
We have to guide them really, really. Don't leave them not even an inch, because they get caught up so many times, and it's like the brain is moving all over, because it's not like our days where our mind was relaxing and we just calm and thinking about our friend today. Their mind is everywhere. These kids' mind is everywhere, all over. And we need to get them together, spend more time with them and get serious on them. Search out in school bag, see what they're doing. You can't just have kids going to school and you will open them bag and check out what they're doing, because your kids can be doing things where you don't even know. Because they have a mind of their own and stuff, and they need real guidance. And we need to pray for them too.
Yes.
You need to pray for your kids. Don't leave them just like that, because there's an energy going around right now. Same way. And if anybody catch you, going with it. Yeah, man. There's a natural mystic going around, man, where if it catch you, you're going with the wind. You're going with it and you're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think will stop that circle of bad decision?
Starting out, I think this thing started out, for me, even the movies and stuff like that. I think these governments and all, so the show don't need to even seen on TV or even and video game, because video games should be fun, not something where
you show killing people,
and blood running and all this type of stuff. They're creating a peer mindset. I think these people creating peer mindset. They're turning the youth into monsters.
It's the monsters.
Yes.
Wow.
Because even these whole lots of guns and all different, who they make these guns for?
Yeah. It's funny you use that word monster, because when I saw that video, when it finally surfaced on the news with these two young men, they did look like monsters. Yes. They're coming in, they're looking so scary. They're coming in and they look like they want to tear you apart. And they actually tried, to tear these people apart to get to money.
Yes. So it's all about money now, and our life is worth more than money.
Yes.
These kids only living for now. We want you have to live for today and for tomorrow, not for just now, because they want to get rich right now. But when you get rich right now, where you gonna end up with this richness that you have? What plan you have to invest your money or to do all of these things?
How can you invest a bank robbery? How much money you get from a bank
You
robbery?
can't invest that because there's no money to invest because you didn't work for that anyway. So so these kids right now, I think they're really brainwashed. I'm sorry for them so much because I don't know what we're gonna do and how we're gonna do it, but we must come together and try to help this youth because a lot of them are not gonna be able to see tomorrow.
Wow.
Because
well, we see that because just about every weekend you hear in the news a couple of young black men cut down in the prime of their lives and the youth of their lives. So you are right. A lot of them not gonna live to see a birthday.
Not gonna live to see their birthday, and they don't know how great life is and how important life is. And to waste a mother time to carry a kid in their belly for 9 months and then that's all they get, that's really, really hard. Yeah.
So, I mean, we can't really put it all on the children. What do we tell parents who don't stick with their children and who don't, really show that this is my child, I have to control what happens?
What I found with a lot of parents from back in the late 80s. I see where they saying, oh, I'm growing my kid the way my mother used to grow me. You can't grow your kid the way your parents used to grow you because that time was a different time.
Yes.
You're supposed to move at the time. You grow your kid in this time and give them some of what you get in those days and share it with them and know that even though today is different, this is how we used to be. We used to have love for each other and stuff like that. You don't have to kill your brother and sister because we're one people, not because they carry a different surname. That doesn't really mean that you're a stranger or what. We're one people. That's just a name of a slave master name.
Wow.
Those names is not really for us.
Well, it's a great point that you made when you said a lot of people, because I think even raising children, I used to say, not maybe raise them the way I was raised, but of course raise them with the values that I was raised.
Right.
Yeah. So that's really interesting that you mentioned that because I really didn't think about that. I'm going to raise my kid the way I was raised, but ignoring the future, ignoring preparing him for the future, ignoring, making him understand how important it is, the future.
So this is the way life is, man. We the people in the world need to make a big change.
Yeah.
And we're not doing it. We take forever to do all these things. Because everywhere I go is a spear enemy, is a spear envy and grudge. Yeah. I don't see no love much.
Well, the simplest thing, like what would they grudge for? Like what is it?
Because everybody wanna have this power. Everybody wanna say that I'm better than you and I'm tougher than you, and if I don't chop off your hand or thump out your eye, your friend will say you're soft and all that type of thing. So people are living for people, they're not living for themselves.
Wow.
Because they want people to see them say, oh yeah man, you're bad man, because if you chop off a man and run a corner around this, but you don't even know that you chop off a man and the corner around this, so your time is coming for somebody to take off maybe 2 of your hand when next time
you lose both your hands.
Yes.
So true.
So what goes around comes around.
But it's so funny, you're hitting so many notes here, Roger, because I was in Jamaica about a year ago, and I did meet a young man who was missing a foot, a leg, from the knee. And I said to him, because he was so young, he was like 21, 22, I said, what happened? How did you lose your leg? In a fight. Someone chopped off his leg in a fight. How do you chop off a man's leg? What do you expect him to do without without one leg?
Man, I'm telling you, man. And then, what you think gonna happen when they chop off somebody's leg? It's like that person have you forever. So you have family too, and this is why the war not gonna stop.
So you have to really look behind your back.
You have to be looking behind your back for the rest of your life.
Wow.
So why you gonna live like that?
Wow.
Why can't we have friends and knowing that, oh wow, I'm gonna check my birthday tomorrow. I mean, I have to think about nothing negative because we know that peace and love we're dealing with and things like that.
Now you're a positive guy. What can you tell these young people? How can you tell them to stop and make the decision before they do the act? Like, just stop and think about what they're going to do. How do you get them to do that? Just
you have to
think about the consequences.
You have to take this youth further than what they're thinking. Like, okay, go on the computer, find some prison, show them how some people or go to prison for life.
Yes.
They never come back out. You show them the way some people get assassinated, the way some people.
They got to see it.
They have to. You have to show them the real thing.
Yeah.
You need to take out some of these kids and show them, take them to the morgue, show them some of the age group and says, look, he died by a gun, he gets stabbed by a knife.
Yes.
Let them see it.
Yes. So you think they're being protected, sheltered too much?
Yes.
Yeah.
They need to see the real thing that's going on out there, because it's just happening that they're not seeing it for themselves, because everybody have a heart, you know.
Yeah.
And no matter how much you see this youth wicked and behave, they still have a heart, and at times they can be softened out.
Yeah.
Everybody have a heart.
Wow.
And these kids need to see what's going on around them, like the prison fall, especially with a lot of black youth. They need to know that 3/4 of the prison here is full of black people, and this is another black country.
And they're hidden behind bars, so nobody's seeing them.
Nobody's seeing them. They need to know all this. They need to check out. They need to check out how many prisons in Canada and how much black people are into those prisons inside Canada and England, America, Cayman, and all these places. Even down in Europe too. Check out how much black people are in there. So if you know that all of your black people are inside prison, you should be much more cautious in what you're doing, because you don't want to go there too.
Want to go there?
Because if they take up every one of us and put me there, what's gonna happen?
Wow.
You can imagine that. One by one, we keep going there. While the Indians, 3 by 3, they keep coming in. You know, so we have to know what we're doing. We must know what we're doing. We need to start to take a page from the Indians.
Yes.
See how they're living. We were here first.
Yes. We were here many years first.
We were here first.
We worked hard in this country.
We worked hard.
We've given a lot to this country.
Yes.
And I feel like we're getting no reward.
Nothing.
Wow.
Because we don't unite.
We don't unite.
Because we don't unite.
Yeah.
If we unite, we must get it.
Wow.
Because we need to get compensated for so many years, and up to today we get not even 1 cent.
Not even 1 cent.
Yeah.
And it's not just here, because Americans feel that way too, that they have not been compensated for their 400 years of, legalized slavery. Yeah. So without unity, how do you get any? Yeah. Well, this is live television.
Yeah.
This is live show. So you know that things are going to happen like Roger's except getting the call right now. But he's taking...
I can't take the call right now because I'm really
You're busy.
Yeah, I'm busy right now. I don't want anybody to call right now.
Yeah. No, this is live.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna read another one of what His Majesty says about his advice to students. We're still on young people, and he says the opportunity for education is not given for a fashion or a mode. It is given for a purpose, for a task, for a high responsibility, for the benefit of our country and coming generation. So here, the black youth dropout in high school is crazy, I hear.
Yes.
Their population in jail is higher than most.
Oh yeah.
And we know from this that to value education is really the key. How do we really, how do we really let them understand this? That education is really where they have to go, so that they will not take it for a fashion. They will not go to school just because, they can dress up for their friends. Because we know a lot of our people tend to want to do that. The shoes is more important than the math test. You know what I mean? We got to pull them back. We got to give them value. Again, tell them what they got to do. Really.
Remember Marcus Garvey.
Yes.
Read a lot about Marcus Garvey. Get to know about Marcus Garvey. Get to know much more about Martin Luther King. Yes. And all the people that fight for us.
Yes.
These people was very intelligent. These people have...
Insightful.
Yes. Take a page from them.
Read their biography, read their books. Parents, buy their books for these kids.
Yes,
true.
Why you don't want to learn about your history? Why you don't want to learn about these people these people is the one who opened the way for us. These people is the one who speak for us.
Now let them inspire you.
Yes. So what we need, we better to watch TV and look at some big long range gun instead of listen to the words of Marcus Garvey, listen to the words of our father, Dr. King, all of these great people. all of these great people, there's so much of them that we can turn to, but yet still we turn our back, and then how can we turn our back on our foreparents?
Now I have to say this because I noticed that a lot of black women, my age, older, younger, when I see them on the public transportation system, I see them reading love stories and romance books and Harlequin books and stuff. Them putting their head so deep in these, you know, fantasy made up stories. Did that play a part in their kids not embracing those books of consequence, those books of, you know, importance to us?
Yes, I think they play a part because kids live what they learn. And anything that they see their parents do and stuff like that, they learn from that too. You know, so if the kids grow up and come and see the parents deal with positive things, reading a lot of book about their history and stuff like that, then the kids will follow and stuff. Most parents don't even have time for their kids. They wake up in the morning, oh yeah, I'm coming for. I don't like you. You can't imagine you wake up in the morning and tell me, say, oh, you don't like it. You tell the kid, oh, I don't like you. Why the fans? I wouldn't mind if I go to jail. Or you don't talk to the kid like that.
People actually talk to their kids
like that? I hear a lot of people talk like that.
Whoa.
A lot of people talk like that. I hear some people talk to their kids some way, and I say, wow, this is no love whatsoever. You make the kid gonna have you up for the rest of your life.
Wow.
Oh, I don't like you because you make you look like your dad. No, I don't like you because this. You don't do that to your kid, man. You don't do that. You bring the kid in the world, that has nothing to do with the father, you know, nothing like that. You know, so don't make the kid feel bad in themselves because they will seek refuge elsewhere. If you don't find time for them, they will find time on the street with their friends. Because every one of these kids need people around them to help guide them. And if you don't help guide them, they're gonna stray. Just like you have first time people get out they say you have a common fall in Jamaica and the fall street got a neighbor, because you never take care of the chicken or you feed the chicken over your yard. So you find a yard next door and you get calm and all and you don't come back to your yard anymore.
Wow.
So the same thing goes for you. You have to treat them good. You have to make them understand that there's time you can get serious with them, but that doesn't really mean that you hate them. You have to make them know that you have to, you know, you're a kid. I'm the parent. I'm the one who guiding you. If I was thinking the way you're thinking, maybe you wouldn't be here today. You know, so the parents today need to get the heart together and look up for the kids and look out for the kids. And not just their kids, but other kids too. Other people kids too. You don't, you know, you can't just love your kid. You have to love everyone. And that's what happened again too. I see where a lot of parents, they're not friendly with the next parents. So because they're not friendly with the next parents or the next door neighbor, the kid don't talk to their next door neighbor too. So that's a big thing. So
this is a generation of animosity being carried on and being taught.
So if my grandparents then, I should say that back in the olden days, and I didn't born those days, but my grandparents tell me, you know. And I catch a part of it where I wake up in the morning and see, well, our peer love used to surround me and my sister. Our peer love. Everybody get up in the morning, good morning, and how are you doing? And good morning, Mas Joe. And
glad to see you wake up with your eyes open.
My grandmother would pray for us. Wake up and we read the Bible in the morning, and in the night we read the Bible and pray, and you know, all of us have to pray. Like my sister will read the Bible tonight. Tomorrow is my day to read the Bible, and that's the way we do it and stuff like that.
You have to go back.
This is
you have to go back.
And it's work. This is what carried me through today.
Yes.
It's really work.
Yes.
All the way that I learned from my grandmother. This is what carried me through the world today. Nothing else. Because I don't carry grudge in my heart for anyone. And I learned it from my grandmother. I learned to satisfy. I learned it from my grandmother. I learned about love and people are one. I learned it from my grandmother. I don't see nothing that my grandmother teach me which was bad. I get a lots of beating from her because I misbehaved.
She wanted you to learn.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I love her even more, man. I wish she was here today. That I could make sure know that. Wow. I like the way you really go, Miss.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, she knows. I'm sure she's with you.
Yes.
She's not far. Because I have similar experience with my grandmother. You know, she was my inspiration for goodness. You know, she was my inspiration. You know, to seek truth. You know, and to be humble. To be humble enough because she didn't like loud. She didn't like outrageous. She just like you to know that you were solidly planted on the ground.
Right.
Yeah.
This is what we need. Black people. We've been down too long, and it's so bad to see us down so long, and it's like we can't rise. Why are we taking so long to rise when we suffered for so many years and we can't rise. It's like we just can't rise. All of us can't just rise.
Well, it's so funny because this brings us right to my next point that we're going to be discussing, because His Majesty says, it is only when a people strike an even balance between scientific progress and spiritual and moral achievement that it can be said to possess a wholly perfect and complete personality. Now, His Majesty says that. Isaiah says this. He says, the ox knows its owner, and the ass its master's crib. Israel knows nothing. My people understand nothing. Do you think that us not embracing His Majesty as that one beacon that we all have to aim to, that we have to, look to, that we have to listen to, do you think rejecting Him as that one place has cost us the state we're in?
Yeah, because we don't know where we stand right now. Because a lot of people don't even know who Selassie is. They don't even want to read about that. But they would read about some different stuff about England. They would read about some different stuff about. Some people don't even know how they're living. I'm telling you, they just wake up in the morning, have their breakfast, go to their bed, but they don't even know the truth about what's going on in our surrounding. Selassie is here and never gone nowhere. But yes, the people would say, oh, I never read. So, or you're gonna say you don't believe in Selassie, but yet you never read about this man. You don't know nothing about this man. So you just listen to what people say. You must go to and find out for yourself. Don't get up and say, oh, man, Mary tell me this and Mary tell me that. Go find out things for yourself. Go find the truth for yourself. It is there for everyone to find out. And we man, I'm telling you, it's been a long time now, and the 3/4 of our black people today, man, they're not reading much about our history. They don't know nothing about the history, because most of all today, these our younger generation, they gone way the sky away, way by the wayside, because they get no part of the history, no part of our black culture. If even today in Canada right here, most of the black kids don't get none of the black culture. Wow. It lost from them.
So it's not taught at home, it's not encouraged at home, it's not given in the schools. So you wonder why they act like a bunch of dogs.
Yes.
You know what I mean? A bunch of beast animals acting that way.
Yes. And it's a sin to see that this is the way we see our life, and our kids is gonna go down in the earth and this becomes fertilizer and nothing at all, and the cemetery filling up every day and not making life better for us. Because after all our people that just die just like that by our own people, we still don't see what it does. It does for us. We're still suffering. We hate each other more because your friend don't talk anymore because your friend's son killed your son or whatever, or your family or whatever like that, and it caused a big a bad vibe. Even it spread, go straight to Jamaica, from Jamaica to America. All where you have friends, our family. You gotta find different people. Maybe when I'm looking for your family to kill your family too, because one of your family kills somebody from that family. So we spread this thing. We take it far and wide. We take it far and wide. I don't know.
When all they have to do to pull it back, it's just to see His Majesty. See Him.
They're running.
It's true.
They're running from themselves. They're running away from themselves.
See now, listen to Bob. Because that's one of Bob's songs, running away from themselves. And also, don't rely upon your own misunderstanding. You see? So if you can't at least pick up a book, buy some Bob Marley.
Of course. Why would you sidestep Bob Marley? You're supposed to listen to every song, every word, because it's not. Some people maybe think it's just Bob Marley's getting up singing like that. It's not Bob Marley singing. No. It's the Almighty speaking through him.
Absolutely.
The Almighty.
And He said it.
He said it. The Almighty speak to all of us, my sister.
I heard Him say Jah wrote every one of His songs. Yes. So so now Jah has given us so much, and he does touch on this in the Bible. He says, what more could I give in Israel for them not to, keep going down that path of destruction, that He had to actually throw them out of their own land and into another land, into slavery, right? I mean, He's done all that and it didn't help. What what can he do now? He's given himself, he came, he sat on the throne, he's left wisdom. What more can he do?
Well, the Almighty, who can hear will feel.
Aye.
And this is the way it is.
Yes.
If you never pick up on nothing, you will never get nothing. And this is what gonna happen to you.
Nothing from nothing leaves nothing.
Zero. Yeah.
You gotta have something.
Yeah, you gotta have something. So if you don't pick up nothing from the Almighty, I don't know what's gonna happen to you.
Wow.
You're gonna go down like a waste.
Yeah.
Just like a banana tree that bear the banana and then you
just wither away.
Away. Because we can't be so stupid, man.
No.
We can't be so foolish knowing that Selassie is here.
Yes.
And all of us, a majority of us, don't even know who Selassie. Not even Ethiopia, lots of people don't even know who Selassie is.
Yeah.
But they don't know who the Queen of England is.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
Is she there to represent us, or is she there to represent them?
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
It's true, it's true. I hear people, oh, she's...
Yeah.
I mean, I like the Queen, don't get me wrong.
I like her too.
I like her, and the fact that she's been there for so long with such strength.
Yeah.
I mean, I admire that
I like
as a woman
too.
and as a... But she's not one of us.
No.
She's not for us.
And she's not representing us.
No. So we need to have our own.
So who's representing us?
A king.
A king.
And we still don't get it.
And still don't get it.
Yeah,
It's like we don't believe in ourselves to know that a man our complexion, like our complexion, could be the person who responsible for all of us.
All of us. Actually, you know, so funny because I was down in Jamaica again, and I was where Peter is buried because Peter Tosh is my cousin, and so I was with his mother, who is 99 years old, just about, and his cousin was sitting there, and now here she is with this woman who's just preserved beyond imagination. She has Peter, who's laying down there in his, beautiful home above the ground, and people from all over the world come in buses and droves to see him, right? And here's his cousin sitting in front of me, and she started insulting His Majesty in front of me. I had to take her on. I really did. I said, the disrespect that you're showing His Majesty, having his faithful servant Peter down here, and his beautiful preserved, mother right here, and me sitting in front of you, loving and you're sitting there talking like this nonsense. Oh, I don't believe in Selassie. Don't talk to me about. I said to her, don't speak to me now. Do not speak to me now.
Yeah, he's illiterate.
Isn't any wonder we're suffering?
He's lost. He's not gonna find his way.
It's a woman.
Yeah, well, she will never find a way.
They're hard.
Yeah, she'll never find a way. She's gonna go through a lot of suffering and tribulation and trial and every cross is gonna go because she don't know a way. If you don't know where you're coming from, you don't know where you're going. So she will
be caught up.
She get caught up.
Yeah.
And that's what happened to a lot of us, my sister.
So if you don't want to be caught up, get to know His Majesty. Get to know who He is.
Yes.
Get to know His words. I mean, we're doing this show because we want Rasta to have his voice. We want to be able to express ourselves as to who we are, how we think, and how different we are in this world of confusion. Because we are about love. We are about happiness. We are about peace. Very good. Okay, so now His Majesty was very clear in everything he said. If you pick up the book, The Wise Mind, or the book, The Wisdom of His Majesty, The Wisdom of Rastafari, they're all out there. You can get them on the internet. There's not a problem. You will hear him speak to you, and you will know in your heart that everything he says is true. Now, this is what he says about self-help. He says, no person is able to understand and solve one's problem better than one's self.
That's perfectly true.
It's so true.
Yes.
So, do you think we as a nation, okay, we're going to have to do like a post-slavery autopsy. We're going to have to dissect every bit of that period of time that we spent between 1492 and say 1865 when slavery was ceased in America. And we're going to have to also take the period after that, leading up 100 years later to the civil rights in America, where they actually had some rights to say, I count. to even up here in the 21st century where we find that we're repeating our mistakes over and over and over and over again, right? Is it going to take dissecting every period that we've spent for us to understand?
Oh, wow. I don't think it will take everything if we just do the right thing. If we just take a different road. If we just wake up tomorrow morning and say, okay, we're gonna have a march then. We're gonna get every black people out. We need to try that one more time. We need to get every black people out.
You mean the 1 million man march?
Yes, we need to have it right across the world, not just in Canada, not in
Washington, but everywhere.
We need to rise up everywhere,
yeah.
and knowing that we have the same connection, we should just rise up and say, okay, you're Trinidadian, you're St. Lucian, no matter where you come from, all of us just rise up together and say, okay, we become one now. And if we just do that for just
one day,
if we just do that for just one day, just give it a try. It's over, everything over, and then they will see a difference. They will see difference in us. There will be no more segregation or separation with, oh, you're from this country or you're from that country or whatever. We will just be one black people. That's what we used to be before. And this is what's separating us. They trick us from way back when. They put some over there and put some over here. You have that slave master name, you have that slave master name. But when they finish with us, they say, okay, your name white, your name green, your name angry, or your name brown, or whatever like that. And
there's no relation.
There's no relation there because if you're not brown, and even sometimes an next person will maybe name brown, but because he never come from the same area, and say, no, maybe not family, because he come from over St. Thomas. No, all of us are family. They don't watch the surname. Our four parents never leave Africa with that name. So although we come by that name, you know, so all of us live from Africa with one name, all of us. So how they bring us up in the Western world now and then saying that, oh yeah, you're different and you're different. We see too much segregation. We've been seeing this thing so long, and we never even listen to the word of Bob Marley, and that's what really hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, even the people in Europe and everybody taking back, they know Bob Marley more than we as black people listen to Bob Marley because they take this man word so great and powerful. Even Peter too. We as black people don't take much. Even this younger generation, they don't even listen to Peter Touch.
Yeah.
You ask so much of them know about Peter Touch, they don't even know.
They rather listen to hip hop, and I have nothing against hip hop, you know, because I mean I think hip hop does what American wanted to do, which is express their life, you know, they express their life. But hip hop is not, you know, a soul searching, you know, vibration that is connecting the hearts across the world.
I don't feel it.
Reggae music is.
Yes, I don't feel it. A reggae, you can feel the beat.
Yeah, there's a vibration.
Yeah, you don't even have to listen to the words sometimes.
Yeah.
Because just listen to a dub without no voice on that alone have you for the whole day, you know, just survive in the rhythm and stuff. So the reggae is a totally different thing. It's an art beat of the people.
Now, you know, you yourself, you're a great performer, singer. You write your own music.
Yeah.
You perform, and you know, I mean, we can name quite a few. We have quite a few on our wall who've signed, you know, who come here and perform. Do we need another Bob Marley?
They're there.
Okay.
Yes, they're out there.
I mean, the fearless messenger.
Guess what happened?
Okay.
I don't think I should cut you. I think you should.
No. You go ahead. I want to go.
What happened right now? There's a lot of great artists out there. A lot. But the time has been changed. It is not like what it used to be. Now it becomes a money thing. And even if an artist is great right now and you don't have no money, you have nobody to help him along the way, you will never hear nothing about him.
Wow.
The music has been changed since...
But do you think it's changed? Because remember, I mean, Bob was great, but not until Chris Blackwell kind of said, here is the money. Go and make that album. Go and, you know, do what you have to do. He was kind of floating around in the wind too.
He was kind of floating around in the wind, but at that time reggae was new. After Bob Marley opened the way and stuff like that, then you come and have so much great guys after that. There's so many great guys. Garlic Silk and so much different great guys come up.
Dennis Brown.
Dennis Brown is Dennis Brown, wow.
Amazing.
Terrible.
And when I hear Gregory, every time I hear Gregory, he takes you back to what you were doing at the time when you first heard Gregory.
Gregory is, you're not gonna find nobody like those people anymore. No. You never find, because the meditation that those people used to be holding. Yeah. These kids don't have that time to hold that type of meditation anymore. Yeah. Right now, what is happening now? We're moving faster than what we used to do, or we used to move many years ago. Like now, people don't have time to even sit down and think anymore, and look into life and say, man, you know, so I see my stamp, I'm gonna see my stamp from last week, I'm gonna pass all them gate about 4 days now, I'm gonna see him. People don't have a time for that.
You don't see what's happening tomorrow.
No, my stamp done that already in the house, and you
passing every day.
I don't even go check.
Don't go check.
You have no heart, you have no feelings, you know.
Now, we did talk about greats like Gregory and Dennis. And we also know that they had their shortcomings, right? Oh, yeah. Because we know they're public figures and we hear and we know. Now, did anything that they do kind of detract from what they have offered us? I mean, Dennis offered some great music, some great vibes, some great inspiration. Gregory did the same thing. But we know that their personal lives and their trouble. Did that take away from their work? And does an artist really have to think about what their personal behavior will do to their art?
Yes, because if you like
an example they said.
If you do so those type of great music, like with those people like Gregory and D Brown, like they do so much great song and they get carried away by the wayside by other people, because Dennis Brown is a very loving person. Very, very loving person.
Is that our fault? We're too loving?
We're too loving. He's too soft.
We're too loving, but we're not enough loving? Like, what is it?
Yeah, he's too loving and he don't know who to trust.
Wow.
Because if Dennis Brown had someone that really care about him, maybe things that happen to him would maybe not even happen to him.
You do need somebody to care.
You need people to care about him. What people was doing with those great artists is like, they're taking the kindness for weakness. Like they would have them on tour and give them things that they don't need to give them. They're not looking out for the person. They don't care about the person. They just want to say, oh, you can perform, me give him something, mash up in heavens, lick up in head, and send him back home and country. You're not thinking about, say, this man is a great man. This man do this type of song.
Give him rest. Give him food.
Yeah, give him food. Let him rest.
Give him love.
Give him love. Show love.
Don't give him drugs.
Don't give him no drugs.
No.
Treat him with love and respect. Guide him. That's a man, make him feel great about himself.
And don't give him any backdoor dealings.
Not from back. No. Just straight up with him.
Food, rest, and love. Yeah.
If they were doing that to these people, I mean, not just even Dennis Brown and Greg, but many more. Barry Brown and all those great artists too that died too and stuff like that. If people was looking out for them, certain things would never happen to him. Never happen to them. Nobody care about nobody again, my sister.
And that goes back to the lack of love. So here we are. We're a real enigma. We have too much love, and we don't give enough love.
We don't give the love.
Wow.
And who we giving the love to is not the person.
It's not the person
we were supposed to do that to.
It's so funny you say that, because I was thinking yesterday, and I don't know why I was thinking it, but now that we're talking about this, I thought about it. I think that maybe, the white population should kind of start loving black people more. Maybe loving us more will get rid of us faster. Because hating us is not doing it, right?
It's gonna live them forever.
Really, I think if they really want to get rid of if they want to, because right now the big thing in Greece is that they have resurrect the Nazi thinking, because now that the economy is so bad, they want to be all just Greek, nobody else. They don't want no mixing now. They want everybody else out of Greece.
Right.
Like Hitler wanted everybody else out of Germany. So this is like history repeating itself, right? So I'm thinking that maybe, loving us, really loving us and trying to get rid of all that racial hatred that they think they have, is a better way of getting rid of us, or a better way of keeping their race pure, because then we will leave if we get so much love.
Right.
We seem to want to really stay here with all the pressure and the hate that we think we feel.
Yes. We need to get our act together. And once we get our act together, we're good to go.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them love us still, but they fear us. They don't need to fear us.
They don't need to interfere.
They don't interfere. If
they look at us, we don't want revenge.
No.
I don't think any of us be looking for revenge.
No, we done with that.
No.
We want love now.
Yeah.
And we can't get it. And the youth can't get no love. Them seeking it outside. They're taking up the gun because that's the only comfort they have. Wow. That's what we're saying. We're saying to the parents today, if you leave up your kids, they will stray.
Yes.
If they get love from start to finish, yes, they will be a better person.
They'll be a better person.
Yeah.
Yes.
If white people get up tomorrow morning and say, okay, we're gonna start to treat black people different.
Yes.
We're gonna give them equal right and justice.
Yes.
Then you will see a better world too. It will help curb the thing for our generation that coming.
Yeah.
You know.
And it is true. I mean, you know, people can be in denial as much as they want to. Oh, I'm not a racist. Oh, I don't believe in that. But for us who have to feel the brunt of this, you know, emotion, we know how things feel.
Oh yeah.
And we know how we're treated. So they can't tell us anything. We know. But we're the one that have fallen down on the job.
Oh yeah.
We're the one that has to make the change.
Oh yeah. We need to. And we must do it now instead of waiting every day and say we're gonna do it and we're gonna do it until our generation born and grow up and then say
and repeat the same mistakes.
Because guess what happened? If we don't get this thing fixed by the next generation to grow up and be an adult, we're gonna have it really hard because they're lost completely. You can imagine this young generation gonna grow up and be adults and get our kids. You know what dangerous how the kids gonna be?
I know.
You wake up in the night and father running behind the kids with a long knife and the kids sticking up all the knife of the kids same way because they'll never get no love.
They're not giving any love.
They're not giving no love.
Yeah.
Mother and father
fighting.
fighting.
Give love?
Yeah.
Could you give love?
Mother and father fighting in the middle and all different type of stuff. This is what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And what we need to know that and the kids need to know that a woman and man come together and make a child. The child has nothing to do with that.
No.
Show the kid love.
Yes.
Every one of us are here for a special reason.
Yes.
That's why we have life. Life is a gift, you know. It's not something that's a permanent thing. It's something that.
It's a gift.
It's a gift that we get.
It's given.
Yes.
And it can be taken.
It will take it.
Yes.
Yeah, because there is much more. There is much more to this life. It's not just here. People must feel like we like a goat or something like an animal. We're just dead and just disappear. We have souls and everything, man. We connect with the Almighty. Only the Almighty alone know about us.
Yes.
Because we know about each other right now, but behind this life, we don't know nothing more. It's bigger than us.
Yes.
Yeah, it's way bigger than us.
Yes.
You know, it's the master control that under of it. So this is just a God is just showing us a way and say, okay, it's just like you're giving somebody, you give them a tree apartment house and say, let me see, furnish it out, let me see where you live, or go treat that place. Let me see want to take care of it, good. And when they take a sacrifice to the person take care of it, they say, okay then, I'll give them a 10 apartment house. So this is how life would be. If we respect life, and we treat life with respect and believe in the Almighty, our life will last forever. Not into the flesh, but in the spiritual way of life. Because we have a soul. We are not animals. You know, so we're not gonna just come off of the earth and just disappear like that, and we don't have nobody who is responsible for us, like we just like a piece of paper out there. No, we're not. We're much more important more than that, and people don't understand.
So there will be a day when we will be judged by our souls and our actions and our behavior.
Our souls and our action and our behavior, we will be judged by that, because there is a special place for all of us. There's a special place for all of us. Where Bob Marley and Peter Tosh and all of them are there already.
Yes.
Every one of them is there already, and they have no problem there, because they have no problem. Nobody never come and tell me that, oh, them here Bob say, boy, from the time we did up here, so our Peter and all of that. Nobody don't hear anything. That means that they're quite fine. They're well rested, and they're with the Almighty and stuff like that. I believe in that. Yes. If you believe in the Almighty, you don't have to worry about nothing.
I love that. Nobody didn't come back and complain about Big Daddy's that right there.
I'll beat and so on and chop we're going on and we're going to appeal so woman and so from me. I never hear that yet. You know, so I see where the world rests. You know, I might have them sold, you know.
Well, this is really good, because now this gets back to, you know, unity and brotherhood.
Yes.
And his mother, he says, wherever there is African blood, there is a basis for greater African unity. Now, why have we not grasped that concept, that message, from just knowing that, boy, the fact that the color of our skin gives us access to the fact that we're from Africa, because that's our origin.
Right.
And no matter where in the world we are, we're one blood,
Yes,
unity.
yes.
Why is that a problem? Why does the skin not seem to be? Because with white people, their skin is just the fact that the color of their skin makes them feel connected.
Right.
What's our connection broken? Why is our connection
We
broken?
don't believe in our skin. We don't believe in our skin. We don't know how important our skin is.
Aye.
We don't know that our darkness, this is a real strong skin, and this is a real thing.
Yeah.
This is not fake.
No.
And other than the skin, you can get any other skin.
Yes.
You know, this skin can bring forth any other skin.
Yes.
So this skin was from creation.
Yeah.
And we now don't know ourselves. We believe that because of our skin, we don't qualify for certain things. We're not qualified for this. We're not qualified for that. We're not gonna look good if we don't bleach our skin and look like Michael and all different type of thing. Let me tell you something, man. All of these people that bleaching their skin, they're lost. They're very, very. Let me tell you, man. This is a disgrace. Because I love my black people so much. When I see my black people, I feel comfort. I just go in. When I go with my black people, I go with no heavy heart, my sister.
Yes.
When I see my black people, I see my people. So I can just run over and say, yo, what go on, man? When I drink something,
Sure.
because I love my deal with it, you know.
Yeah.
Most of the youth them today now, they get carried away by white people because from the slave master days, they used to see the people who have a lighter complexion used to get a better treatment from the one who have the darker complexion.
Yes.
And they used to call.
So they drank the Kool-Aid.
Yes.
Okay.
And they used to call the white slave master and Bucky master, and look up to them and feel like them a god. We never have nobody to look up to our foreparents and say, well, go on, Mr. Big Man and whatever. You know, it was like nothing.
Yeah.
You know, so we know it's from those days.
Yeah.
We start to see ourselves like we trampling on our own self, beating on our own self for no reason at all.
Yeah.
Look at Obama. He opened the way, he bring a black empress in the White House. What more you want more than that?
What more do you want?
Real empress.
Yes.
Yeah. In the White House.
Elegant,
Yes.
beautiful, smart.
Everything.
Everything.
Do you want anything? Do you know what happened right now with this woman in the White House? There's a lots of people, Evans, look up and they can't do nothing about it.
Yes.
What can they do about it? Nothing. The black woman them should have learned right across the world from Michelle Obama. See, she opened the way for us now. So stop bleaching now.
Yeah.
She never have to bleach to
She never have to bleach to get there.
Yeah.
No.
She never have to.
She's got her beautiful dark chocolate complexion.
She never have to cut no nose and do nothing to get
there. She not have to inject Botox.
Nothing.
No.
Nothing. So what?
So love yourself.
Love yourself, man. If you don't love yourself, how are you gonna love someone else?
Somebody else.
How are you gonna tell me that you don't love yourself, but you love Mr. Chin and you love the white man out there? How are you gonna love them if you don't love yourself?
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
Love yourself first before you love anyone else.
So unity begins with love.
Yes, love is all the way. Love is the greatest thing that we have
Yeah.
to share with each other.
Well, you know, it's so funny because His Majesty says, and I love this because I had to include this in, you know, because I went through the book and I wanted to pinpoint our discussion so it flows. And I think I've done a good job doing this and not pat myself on the back, but it leads me to this. It says, this world was not created piecemeal. Africa was born no later and no earlier than any other geographical area on this globe. Africans, no more or no less than other men, possesses all human attributes, virtues, and faults. The Almighty is telling us that we are equal.
Oh yeah.
He's telling us that we have all the stuff that everybody else has.
Everybody else.
It's just for us now to believe it and to live it.
Yes. We're running away from ourselves. We keep telling you that. We're running away from ourselves, my sister. Everything is right here in front of us. It's not hard for me to just do it. Let's come together and say, oh yes, make we do this. Make we come together and do this. Instead of you get up and say, oh boy, me get the boy Peter on the corner, all of the boy, I kill all the boy. You wake up in the morning and say, boy, you know, say, listen to you, Peter on the corner, so, but they seem like you have a potential now.
Yeah.
I go hear him have inside of him. We can't reason because me have it in mind, so I want to open a business. So I go check him and hear what him have.
Yes.
But he can't come together and open a business that, oh, Mr. Chin do it and whatever. Or you so greedy like you want to come down the world. The world was here from creation, so we can't do nothing. We only passing through.
Yes.
You know, and the generation that come after us gonna pass through the same way. This life is a cycle, and it keep going and keep going and keep going.
So do you see a time when we will come? I mean, I have no inferiority complex in me anymore. I must admit that growing up in the 50s and 60s and 70s, you know, there was moments in time when you think maybe being black was not, you know, the cat's meow. But I learned very quickly that I'm enough. And whatever it is that I'm feeling, it's what I'm feeling, and that's important. Is there going to come a time when we think that, you know, we as a nation will really see ourselves as equal and feel equally privileged to just reach for that brass ring and that gold, you know, cup?
I think it's gonna happen, but it will happen just like what I said. It will happen if all these prime ministers for all these different black countries, come together, all of them, because they're the head of everything. All the prime ministers and all of these government officials come together and say, okay, here and now. Even in Jamaica, check for instance, in Jamaica, the prime minister say, okay, then go on here and say, okay, I want to talk to all my people in Jamaica today. So everywhere in the ghetto, everywhere, police, soldier, and everybody, sit down and talk with everyone and say, okay, you're a police, you're a soldier. You don't have to, not because you're police and you have the authority, you don't have to kill your brother. This is your brother. When you look on the youth in the ghetto, you say, oh, you don't have to shoot the police. You cannot live in a country without police run the country because this is the way country.
Law and order.
Right.
Yeah.
So the police need to give the people in the country respect, and the citizens need to give the police respect. The soldiers need to give the people respect. And if the prime minister then come together and talk to the people, the youth will listen. Some of them will listen, but they're not doing that.
Yeah. Do you think this recent economic crisis have caused some paralysis about in this movement of togetherness?
Yeah, it caused a lot because a lot of people, when they're frustrated and suffer a lot, they will do crazy things. And when people want money and can't find the money, they will do things.
Yeah.
Yeah, and because of what's going on right now, it caused a lot of people to do a lot of bad things because times is rough and hard, and people can't get no job, and people maybe get a little baby and when they can't ever buy feeding for the baby, and go rob somebody shoot him and all of that thing. But
no babies on father and food.
And now they get to grow up and talk carry revenge. Yeah, they my father 20 years ago. And you know,
what a terrible cycle.
So this is the way life is. If we just do the right thing, you don't have to have so much prison. No. If they just create jobs, they can create jobs. They just don't want to create it.
Just that they have to loosen up their purse string and give people who need money a bit money to do more with.
Yes, they can do it. They just don't want to. Or you're gonna tell me that the world don't have money when you guys make the money.
And you see what they're conducting business as usual, but they're telling you they don't have no money.
It go for us, the poor people.
It's the poor people that have no money.
Yeah, the poor people, it go for us, not for them, you know. So we're not into the league. We're not into their league, but we know when this money thing wild onto, because from beginning they never want certain people to have money anyway.
Anyways, yeah.
So from slavery days, all forebears never used to get paid.
No.
So we never used to have money.
We did work for free, didn't we? For 400 years.
Yes, and eat saltfish.
Oh dear.
Yeah, that's all.
And of course that explains the high blood pressure that we all have to face because of the increased sodium that we were fed.
Yes.
And that has been passed down through the genes and through the bloodstreams.
Yes.
And now blood pressure is a major problem and a major killer of black people.
Yes. Just the way we grow.
Or they used to give us salt. What is it?
Salt pork and all that.
Everything was salt.
Everything was salt.
Yeah.
So what can you get from that?
But you know what? Now here, history is repeating itself because they gave us salt to satisfy us because they knew that salt would. Maybe they didn't know it scientifically. But now they've learned that scientifically salt does satisfy. That's why those chips, those snack chips and all that stuff, it's so full of salt. So what they've done to us, they're now doing to everybody.
Yeah, they're getting it too. Yeah. They're getting it too. Because what goes around comes around.
It's almost the same thing when they brought the mongoose to Jamaica to kill the snakes. Yeah. Because black people were running away at night.
Right.
What did they brought? The snakes. Whatever. And they thought the snake.
They killed the mangoes to kill the snakes.
Right, but they thought the snake. When they brought the snakes to keep us quiet. Right. But then they realized that snakes don't know white or black, and they were biting them too. Right. So they had to bring the mongoose in to kill the snakes so that they could continue working and their plantation. So it is true. Whatever they do to us, they do to them.
Yes, it go right around back because even with the gun.
Yeah.
This is what they use to conquer our foreparents.
There you go. And now the gun is...
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Killing
In the hands of
everybody.
crazy people.
Yes, killing
As well as
everybody.
angry people.
Oh yeah. And some of their own people are rebelling against themselves because when you come around and killing your own people, who are you killing? You're killing your own self.
Your own self.
You know.
Well, this is our last topic of discussion, and it's been a pleasure. But you know, His Majesty says, "Our people have earned through blood and tears the deep satisfaction gained with the restoration of a cherished and ancient independence." Now, Africa restoring to the heights of ancient independence, right? Are you, disappointed? Are you angry? Are you hopeful that we're gonna do what he says? We're gonna restore ourselves and cherish ourselves again?
I believe it will happen. It will happen. You just take a few people to come together and make it happen. If we just one person just get up and say we're gonna do it, it's not gonna happen. It needs people to come together. The people who have the authority must come together and say, okay, we're gonna be doing this, and this is what we're gonna be doing for our people. But I don't see much of that movement. I don't see that movement yet.
Yeah.
I need to see more.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I need to see more.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm definitely disappointed about the movement towards that, self-help, self-independence, self-assuredness that I know that we can attain. I am a bit angry at the fact that we have not taken the lessons of history to heart, and we have not spent the time that we've been given here in this, very cosmopolitan atmosphere to really learn more about us as a people. And I am hopeful. I am hopeful because I truly believe that the fact that Jesus came, Marcus was here, Bob still sings, and His Majesty reigns. I have to believe that it will happen.
It will happen, man. It will happen. It only take time, but it need for us to start to come together now, showing that the younger generation,
yes,
make them know that this is what gonna happen. We need to change. We need to see good for you. We need to make the younger generation know that we don't want to see you dead. We don't want to see you get killed by your next brother or sister or whatever.
Who's just as lost.
Yeah. So
yes.
we need to see love again.
Yes.
We need to know that I can run, my friends say, oh, I'm having a nice barbecue, everybody just run, go support each other and just enjoy themselves.
Yes.
We need to see
and
that.
don't bring the guns.
We don't need no gun.
Don't bring the guns to the barbecues.
We didn't make guns.
That's right, it's not necessary.
We don't make guns. We don't need gun.
Yeah.
We didn't make no gun.
Yeah.
So we don't supposed to take no blame for no gun.
No.
Give it back to them.
Give it back to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They need to get to hold that gun because they're the one who create this evil thing. Because this is the fire and brimstone when the Bible I tell them about. That's a gun in it.
Yes. Fire and brimstone.
Yeah, that's fire and brimstone.
Yes. People think it's gonna rain from the sky.
It never happened.
It's coming in a vertical way and
right on your hand. The fire and brimstone is right in your hand.
Right.
Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah.
Wow. See, Roger, I knew we had to have you back for this discussion because the first time we talked, it was very brief.
Yeah.
We didn't have as much time,
I know.
and we had decided we were gonna come back and do this again. And I'm so glad we did because you were absolutely great. I love your reasoning,
yes, man. Yes,
and I'm sure people out there are gonna really benefit from this.
I love everyone, my sister.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
You love everyone. And we know that our linkage and what you're doing. I want people to listen to your program too because I'm gonna spread a message about this TV station because you're pushing out some great vibe and I like that because leaving from Jamaica, come to Canada. And come see one of my sister doing positive things. This is really, really encouraging for me and stuff like that. So, I'm not gonna leave you out, my sister. You trust me. I can't leave you out. I can't leave you out. Our linkage is forever, man. Because I see the spiritualness in you.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
That's great. That's wonderful.
Yeah, man.
So now to take us out, Roger's gonna sing for us because you cannot leave ReggaeTelevisionNetwork.com Saturday show without reggae music.
Yeah, man.
And so, once you go over there and get yourself ready, I will just, tell the people, well, it has been an absolutely wonderful discussion with Roger. I mean, the man is thoughtful, he's perceptive, he's got the intellect to see what truth means. And you know, not only that, he's also got the vibes to sing. So we are very, very happy he joined us here today, and we were very, very, you know, aided by the fact that he has such a great mind. So thank you for joining us, and please, starting today, it's about love. We want love all across the board. As we talk about, it's about love. So please, welcome now Roger Moore singing for us to take us out. Goodbye.
Yeah, oh yeah, Jah never let us down. Oh yeah, through the years, Jah never let us down. He turned my life around, so I can sing for you, my friend. Through the years, Jah always on my mind. His love is so divine. Oh yeah, gonna give them more that they're begging for. We're gonna give them more. Sweet melody, so sweet and show me with a new strategy, more energy, the best availability. Locked down in Italy, them up anyway. I try friendly, oh yeah, I'm like a roaring lion, sing from Zion, no arms with no iron to fight this Armageddon. Music my decision, culture my religion, with His Majesty inspiration, oh yeah, so through the years, Jah never let us down. He turned our life around, so I can sing for you, my friend. Through the years, Jah always on my mind. His love is so divided. Oh yeah, Jah is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? It is the only one. He never give us more than we can bear. Oh no, Jah love is everywhere. Yeah, see through the years, Jah always on my mind. His love is so divine. Yeah. So I sing for you, my friend. So through the years, He always had my mind. Jah love is so divine, yeah. Oh yeah, I'm like a roaring lion, sing from Zion, no arms with no iron to fight this Armageddon. Music my decision, culture my religion, with His Majesty inspiration, oh yeah. Never give up and love. Never give up and Jah. Cause through the years, Jah always on my mind. His love is so divided, so I can sing for you, my friend. So through the years, Jah always on my mind. His love is so divine. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's so.